We should all be good.
Hello.
You know, one benefit of my current condition with my hands is I get to eat skin flakes.
I didn't need to know that, and neither did Twitch. So didn't need to know that.
God.
Didn't need to know that. So you know.
Wow.
I'm joking.
Wow.
So.
Wait,
Hello?
hold on. How does everybody else have like almost full health and I'm like almost dead?
Oh, because you're the.
You need to take a long rest.
None of you have. Both not Craven and Bridget. You should have triggered a long rest on like the 4th day because there's been no combats. You're at max health.
Well, it took us like 5 days to get here, so
Yeah, so you're at max health. I thought you triggered. I just didn't look.
I triggered it like the first night we did.
I thought I did, but
Yeah, let's just get yourself up to max health. Right now.
to be fair, I know what that one damage is from.
Me.
So
Yep.
let's just refresh you. So obviously we're on Saturday today because people couldn't make it and stuff. And we'll need to save it next week. I think we might need to do the same next week, but we'll figure out and stuff. We'll see who's all going to be here. So, quick recap. Where we left off, the party had arrived at Castle Keep and began exploring and entered the wee like pub / tavern, like the Viking style place. And we're getting some rest and getting to know the lay of Castle Keep. They also met an ogre, which was strangely reading a book that you've never seen an ogre read a book before. Very strange and stuff. And where we left off, the party had sat down and were eating a meal before they went and seen Salvara. So,
Still haven't gotten over that.
That's right.
So, we'll kick off right where we left off. So, the party. So you're currently still sitting at the table, eating some food.
Are they not up at the bar?
Oh no, like when we left off, you all came together around the table and stuff. Unless you weren't, but off the top of my head, I think you were all, food just came out and stuff, and you were all eating some food. Because it's been like a 5-day journey, and you've eaten rations the last 5 days, so.
Because we were on our way up to the.
Where we left off, we literally, you just finished food and you were about to make your way, and that's where we stopped because it's the perfect point.
Yeah.
So, is there anything you want to do, eat, chat, or anything before you begin to make your way through Castle Keep?
And we've got all the supplies we need. Really. We just need information on what's going on, because.
Oh yeah, you still need to send me all those potions I bought.
Oh
yeah, the list of potions.
We stole.
Yeah.
We did not buy.
I
We
will
stole them.
deal with that before you go to hell. I'll give you that before the next session of hell.
Cool.
So thanks for reminding me. I actually completely forgot. DM forgot. So if there's nothing you want to do,
Shocker.
I will begin the next bit. So as you finish your meal and begin to make your way out of the tavern, you're just gonna see the, in a sense, I'll just put the picture up so you can see again the size of Castle Keep. It's fucking massive. It's big, kind of like imagine like a keep being built on a cliff where bits have been added to it throughout time. And you begin to make your way to Castle Keeps. In particular, Flask kind of leads you to where, because he's been here many times. He knows his way around and he knows exactly where Salvara's laboratory is located. So he kind of like says, follow me, and begins to lead you through Castle Keep. It takes you about 10, 15 minutes of walking through Castle Keep, up stairs, round tight corridors, across some like makeshift bridges and stuff. You begin to make your way to a particular tower. The walls of this circular tower, in a sense, is kind of like a very well-maintained tower, as if it's kind of like held for like the top mages, top people that are learners and stuff. The walls of this particular tower change into this and begins to lead you in. So, as you lead you in, the walls of this particular tower are, in a sense, very pristine. And as you make your way through, you enter a chamber that is kind of produced by arch windows that are currently shuttered, in a sense. They're not clean, but they're not been looked after to have more power stuff. You also can see that bookcases filled with elder rich volumes stand between the window and the actual inner part and stuff, as if they're just being piled up. You also notice that tables around this room are crowded with jars, specimen jars, alchemy equipment, and other clutter here and there. Engraved in the floor of this chamber is a large 9-pointed star. You also then notice that in this room, walking in this laboratory, as if she doesn't have this tiefling, in a sense, she's just female tiefling moving around, as if she knows where everything is in this room, even though it's a complete mess. This middle-aged tiefling, dressed in wizard robes, stands at one of the windows, beginning to cut a bit of fungi that is beginning to grow. Proceeding to a corner table, nearly stubbing a little demon skin in one place, a bug's eye from somewhere else, thick black horns from somewhere else, and begins to, in a sense, move around. As she's there, you then hear, says, "I can't tell you how pleased I am to see you coming from the tiefling," as if she knows you're there without looking at you. "What have you brought me?"
I am currently looking very nervous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't like the look of this place.
Are you?
have come to, I guess, go to hell. I mean, I've been told it so many times. It must be nice this time of year.
You kind of hear him when she says that. You kind of turn around and says, "Go to hell." Yeah, it's possible and stuff, but I'm more interested in anything that you brought me.
Well,
I can
what
sense.
could be possibly more interesting?
I take a step back.
She kind of hear the tiefling kind of the tiefling kind of saying this is kind of saying something, and you notice obviously Raskin says, "I've been expecting you in your part." And says, "Is this? I'm assuming this is them." Have you brought in? It says, "Because I can sense something."
Well, I guess the jig is up, and I'm gonna open up my pouch, and I'm gonna display the shield. So.
Okay.
I'm gonna see.
Upon showing you
I would like. Can I see what face she makes when I open it up first?
the bag, sure. As you open the bag, she kind of looks at you as you open the bag, and then upon you pulling the shield out and seeing it, she kind of face "Oh, I want it." So her face comes up as if "Oh, something, oh," and kind of begins to make her way towards you and put her hands out to take the shield.
I'm gonna pull it away and be like, I am not letting anyone else touch this.
Okay,
no offense against you. This thing can be quite tempting. Trust.
It's nothing I haven't handled before. It says, "If you don't mind, may I examine it?"
I've heard that before as well.
Kind of gives you that look, and kind of goes, "You're a cheeky one, aren't you?" It says,
If you don't mind, I will be keeping a hold.
"Oh, it's fine. I just wish to
I've heard that before as well.
Just to have a wee examine it and to try and maybe give you some more information on it if there's anything you might not know. May I?" And she'd be against put her hand out as if she can touch it. You can She said
I'm gonna let her have it,
Mhm.
but very tentatively, and I'm gonna keep my hand on my
That's fine.
rapier.
So as you begins to put her hand out, you begin to notice her hands kind of glow as if she's beginning to cast a spell or something, and begins to move her hands over it and stuff. And she goes, this shield. Yes. I sense great power from inside. And you kind of like see her getting to do more and more. And she says,
Oh, you sense great power, huh?
she says, yes, this is.
Keep an ear out.
She kind of looks at you and says, well, this shield, if it's the one I'm thinking of, this shield is a symbol of triumph over evil. Glazing such beauty is one that can be easily overlooked of the terrible force bound within it. She then begins to go like something. Goes, remember something like Giraffes? Is I believe its name. Although it likes to call itself the Hidden Lord. And then you all hear and says, I prefer that name. You all hear this in your head. She hears it as well.
Well, we're calling you from Graf from now on.
You kind of hear like and stuff.
What was that? The graph with the V?
G. She like you motherfuckers. It's a pit fiend sent by Admosive to corrupt the mortals on the mortal plane. And it's here, assumed as much as falling, to reveal that it's of a god of sorts. In that way, he's became sort of a demigod and stuff, and has having worshippers increase in power exponentially. May how mighty have fallen, I say. And you all hear him kind of like under like someone's breath. You all hear in your head the sound of mumbling, as if someone's about to have a tantrum, motherfucking coming, and like in your head, and you're all hearing as clear as day. As if the shield, as if
What was that? Not so hidden, Vigrath?
just like you motherfucking fucking, and you just hear it, and it's getting like as if it's getting annoyed, like you're fucking.
Come on, Graf. It's nothing much.
I just
Stop being a bitch.
you're lucky I can't. You kind of all hear it in your head, and you hear like, I'm lucky I can't fucking hit you, you motherfuckers, coming from the shield. And fucking, you can tell he's getting a bit pissed.
Oh.
We're using this as an actual shield at some point, right? I don't want someone to hit it.
So you then hear him say, Silvara say, "It's this shield, to warn you, has the power to corrupt everything around it."
So far, we've just noticed a power to annoy us.
And it says, and I sense the great power that
someone to bully.
Yes, it says the power that Graf is capable of in containing the shield can't be 100% contained. It has a tendency to leak out gradually, as if a drip, but with that, in a sense, drip that leaks out begins to corrupt, whether that be corrupt the land around it or the people. It begins to corrupt everything it touches.
Okay. Quick question.
Yes.
Could that gradual power leak, so to speak, be utilized by someone if they knew it was there?
If someone knew about the power that was leaking out gradually, yes, they could. It would take time.
That explains a lot.
It would take time to conjure enough power, but yes. It says the family, the Huron family of Baldur, have kept the shields for years safe, doubting that they want it. Double doubt they want it back, but this shield should not be taken to any place where thousands of mortals reside. It needs to be locked up away in an excluded place, away from anywhere it can corrupt people or souls.
One moment. Oh, Hidden Lord.
Yes.
You mean Graf?
Have I surmised what you were being used for down underneath the Vantha Manor correctly?
What do you think I was being used for?
Well, I'm assuming.
And all of you can hear him reply back, just so you're aware. He's
I'm
not.
assuming, based on the fact that you said it was unwilling, they were using that gradual power leak to try and amass enough power to do whatever the hell they wanted to do to Baldur's Gate.
You are correct. They were wanting to use me as the source of sorts to whatever they were trying to do.
So they were suckling on your leakage.
Gross.
Oh my god.
It's just the word termage. Leakage.
I then
Mhm.
sort of motion to the tiefling and sort of say,
Mhm.
You heard what happened to Elturel?
Yes, the news travels fast.
They were using him to do it to Baldur's Gate.
Ooh. This is. Yes, I can see how they would have. I can see why they would have used it. The leakage of power would have been enough, but even still, it would require another component of sorts to complete it. And you kind of hear a, not a vessel,
Puzzle box?
some puzzle box. You hear I kind of look at you like and stuff. It would depend on the puzzle box and what's contained inside it.
I'm going to very slowly hold up the puzzle box. Because I'm pretty sure I'm the one that still has it.
I believe you're the one that still has it, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still have it.
Yep. Yeah, I reveal the puzzle box.
Okay. She kind of looks at it and she kind of goes, "Oh, oh," and she kind of like walks up and literally faster than your eyes can see, she snatches it from your hand and begins to examine it. She begins to look at this, and you begin to like see her mind. You kind of like see like a person's mind begin to kind of like get together and stuff. It says, "May I ask where you got this from?"
One of the mages using him to turn Baldur's Gate into a fucking pit of hell might have been his prized possession.
Okay. Interesting. Begin to see your like and says, Did this mage have a name?
Fuck.
He was the eldest Van Thamper sibling. Can't remember the first name.
That is TH.
No.
That is correct. For the vampires. Okay. He kind of like says his name and stuff. He goes, No, it wouldn't have been him. It would have been someone else. Kind of hear like begin and stuff and says, It says if this person had this, it would have must have contained something of power.
Might still.
Yes, I can sense something inside it, but which says, She kind of like looking and says, "If you don't mind, I wish to prove a theory, and I believe the evidence is locked inside this puzzle box."
Well, we have no clue how to solve it. Show of hands for letting the creepy tiefling solve the puzzle.
I'll put my hand up.
Okay.
Sure, why not?
She goes, "This is very well." It says, "You might want to step back." And she puts this down on a table and begins to in a sense, cast some magic. As she does, you hear her say the name Jezebel, and asks her to fetch a flask of black liquid and pours a small amount into the maze-like carvings on the box surface. She then taps the box so that liquid flows to certain directions in the maze-like patterns until the box begins to glow. Then steps back and out of nowhere begins to cast a spell, and you witness this start to happen. As she does, the puzzle box begins to, in a sense, parts of the liquid begin to make their way through her nades, and you notice parts of the box begin to click. And as it does, you begin to notice layers as if parts of the box begin to fall away. Upon doing so,
It's a fucking lament configuration, I swear.
upon doing so, you notice that, in a sense, the lid of this puzzle box click open. And about nine plates that are chained together, each about 3 inches on each side, made of what looks to be dark iron, begin to come out of the box. And does anyone here know Infernal?
I do.
You catch a glimpse as this comes out, and you'll be noticed Infernal runes are like carved into these dark iron plates. So in a sense of that picture there. What, sorry?
Doesn't Kim technically know Infernal as well, if I remember correctly?
Yeah, I was just about to say that, but Robert, I don't remember.
That's fine.
But I'm the only one that knows Abyssal, right?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah,
So
I have a specifically if Infernal. Oh my god, I can't say it. Infernal as a language.
that's fine. So anyone that can see this sees these runes, and it sees these 9 chained linked iron plates come out. So upon doing so, the spell, the kind of box kind of like begins to slowly fall to the table. The music stops, and these 9 plates are just sitting above the box, chained together, kind of like spinning around it. You then see Silvara walk up to the plates and put her hand out to, in a sense, take them and have a look at it.
You sure that's safe?
Should be totally safe. This looks to be... As you can see her looking, so this looks to be some sort of... agreement of sorts. But let me have a look. What was a quick glance? You then see her, and anyone that can read Infernal begins to look at this and stuff and says, if I didn't know better. And you begin to hear her read out and says, well, I'll be damned. This is a contract or an agreement of sorts, part of this. It says, and you begin to hear her read out, and it says, I, Carvas Craig, High Overseer and Elturel, here sworn to my master Zeril, Lord of Avernus, to keep the agreement contained in this oath. I hereby submit to Zeril in all matters and for all time. I will place her above all creatures living and dead. I will obey her all my days and beyond with fear and salvarity. I recognize the dictation, like the dictations of the device called the Solar Insider, hereafter called the Companion. In my capacity as High Overseer of Elturel and its vast territories, I acknowledge that all land falling under the light of the Companion are forfeit to Zeril. All persons bound by this oath to defend Elturel are also considered forfeit. I furthermore recognize that the depictions will last 50 years, after which the companion will return to claim whence it came, taking Elturel and the oath-bound defenders with it, if that is what Zerael wishes. All this is my everlasting pledge. Rhea, who is with you,
He's probably fuming right now.
you can sense it, but she says, you kind of hear a spirit come and says, Zeriel wants my soul. She'll have to come and try and take it from me. I'm not going to give it willing to her. So, you kind of like the tiefling stuff that says 50 years. 50 years in the planning.
A long time.
For a mortal.
That's
Am I right, Craven?
you know where I was 50 years ago.
So she kind of like has this thing, and she goes, says, she's kind of still has this thing, like it's a contract.
And the contract that probably took Elturel down.
Says it says this looks to be a demonic, like devilish contract that is very powerful. The fact that it's in a sense,
the fact that it was written in infernal kind of tipped me off.
Yes, but also the fact that Zeriel. She must have been thinking about this for a long time to grant this.
Is it possible that Zeriel left something in Elturel they wanted back?
I would say no. I would say that maybe I would kind of hear a thing that says, I don't think so. I would think it'd be more of revenge. I'm leaning more to potential. Do you hear a kind of thing that says, the fact of what happened in Elturel's past when she went into hell with the Hell Riders and lost, I think this is more of a revenge plea. Or you kind of hear her think, maybe she's looking for something. But I'm leaning to more of this is like a revenge of what happened to her.
But what happened to them was kind of their own fault.
Yes, it is. But in hell, there's a ways of corrupting people. Twisting the truth. Twisting their minds to, in a sense, can someone good, bad?
Well, I just registered something. She sensed the demonic influence in the shield, right?
Yes.
They haven't sensed anything else yet?
Are you leaning towards you right now?
Yeah.
Not that she's noticed.
Okay, cool.
She's more. What you're getting at, I think the shield right now and this puzzle box together are overpowering it.
Cool. Because
Right.
one,
Mm-hmm.
the influence of my own blade. Two, I'm a fae.
Yeah, no. She knows. You can take. It's as if she knows what you are, but it's in a sense the shield and the box are really powerful.
Fair enough. It was more the my own sword that was. Okay.
Okay, so what do we do with this newfound information?
It's up to you.
Well, that was me saying that to the group.
Oh, sorry, I thought that was Icar.
No.
We do what we came here to do. Go into hell.
And bring Elturel back.
It's the only option I can.
He kind of says, well, says, that is, says if you're determined to go, says, there might be a way.
We know this.
You can either think this, and she says, okay, let me think.
Can you suggest an alternative way?
By Shram? Pray?
You can like, no, this is, the only way I could think of is with, the only way I can think of is, says maybe a plane shift will do it. And stuff.
What would it take to attempt a smaller version of what they were doing?
Well, smaller version would be a plane shift, where we shift you from the mortal plane to the hellish plane. That's a lot easier to do. Requires a bit of magic, but wouldn't require the power or the risk to surrounding areas than what was happening. Since that would plane shift would be your best bet. Says
I like the idea of that.
You kind of see it as if you are planning on going to hell. You're kind of looking at the shield and looking at the contrast as what you're going to do with the two of these. And you kind of all hear in your head, not used, you only use here this, take me to 9 hells and I swear to serve you faithfully as both a guide and an advisor. You know what it's coming from shield.
Well, the Graph here wants to come with us.
Okay.
Says he'll help us find our way throughout the 9 hells.
Okay. Been here for a long time. I've changed a lot.
And the contract, well, might be a good thing to have on us.
Is the contract still valid?
It says, well, it looks like the contract's been, in a sense, what is owed has been taken, but it might come in handy. I said I would take the contract as the shield, and you kind of all see her kind of like breathe a sigh of relief. Might be best to go with you, as if she's kind of glad this is not staying here. And it said, you said it was going to help aid you? You sure it doesn't have any other means, any other agendas?
Well, his other agendas, from what we can tell, is as a demon, he's have more access to his power once he's in hell, and he'll be able to break free of the shield.
You can. When you say that, you kind of hear a giggle. It thinks it can break free. Oh, how sweet! How adorable! It says, and you kind of hear her like cast. She kind of says she doesn't know it, and she kind of raise her hand and kind of mutter something, and the shield, as it speaks, kind of cuts off, kind of partially, as if communication's been cut. And you hear it says this is, I think Garaf believes that it will be able to escape the shield when it's there. that shield, it wouldn't, when if it goes to the nine layer, if it goes with you, it's not going to break out. It's not going to just immediately erupt. It requires a lot of energy and power, but that shield's more of an internal and permanent prison. To break that,
Didn't think it would happen instantly.
well, let's say it this way: in order to break that, it's not going to be instant. That's going to be having an external source breaking it.
Okay, that's a thought.
And by you kind of like this is just, we're not talking like one of you taking your weapon and hitting it. We're talking a mass amount of power. Massive.
Well, if Garath here, as you said, effectively got to a level of a demigod before being sealed in there,
Yes,
who's to say he doesn't have friends of equal levels of power?
potentially it does, but the equivalent of amount of power that would needed to break him out would be the equivalent of many demigods, even gods, potentially trying to break him out. It's, you can say, this is just describe it. As long as the shield doesn't fall into the wrong hands and doesn't come into contact with a massive amount of magical power, he's not going to get out.
That's good to know.
And you can
Good
like,
job we're not going into a hellscape with lots and lots of these things.
just trust me, it'll be fine. And you can actually like raise her hand and cast a spell, and as if the conversation that Graf was saying is literally the minute it cut off is the minute it restarts, and it's just like him just like mumbling on about I'll take it with you and stuff, and it's as if, from what you can guess, time for him stopped.
Did she force mute him?
But it's not like force mute, it's just in a sense time for him stopped. He was speaking
She banned him from the conversation.
and stuff, and it says I might also have something that can help you if you intend to sail with Elturel.
You have been moved from this channel.
You take me to hell, you.
Okay, I have a really, really stupid question. What if, and he's going to like this, what if we find ourselves in a situation where it's more beneficial to us that he is out of there?
Yes, I like to be out here. He kind of looks at it and says, I'll leave that decision to you. If you think it'd be more beneficial to have him out, it's up to yourselves. But be warned that will bring risks.
Oh, I know it will bring risks. But let's
Fiends
say...
and the Devilmans have a tendency to have a secret agenda.
Okay. Okay, let's... Garath, quick question.
Yes.
They were using your power against your will, correct?
Yes.
And they were doing this in the name of Ziriel.
Yes.
Ziriel is someone who previously went into hell to try and kill your kind, correct?
She did, yes. What are you getting at?
So if we were to, let's say, find ourselves in direct conflict with Ziriel a lot quicker than expected, would you help?
He kind of like heard him and says, it would depend on the offer. So you're saying if I was to assist you, I would be free?
Or possibly, as a last-ditch effort, we break you out so you can assist.
If the time comes and you did, I would assist you, yes.
Okay. I now have my big red button.
Big red button. It says, okay, that's fine. You take the shield. It says, if you are determined to go to Elturel to save it, I can provide you with some stuff. So, and you can say, and you kind of like see her like look around, and she says, one moment, and you kind of see her go to this like mountain of scrolls in the corner, and you hear like pull out stuff and start like, dust them off, and you kind of like see her going through some of them, and you kind of goes, this is it, and she comes back, and she goes, this might be more useful to use than it being kept here. And you see her on a table, she can like move stuff out of the way, roll out this map. So she says, this map might not be 100% accurate, but the best describe it, the creator that made this went mad. And she reveals a map that looks like this. She says this might not be 100% accurate, as I did say, the creator did come up. This is a map that someone who went mad going after doing some magic drew and claimed of it was of oh god, Avernus. From what we can determine, it's accurate, but how accurate it is, we don't know.
Well, I guess it's something.
I'll post this in the D&D chat as well, so he's got a copy of it.
Cool.
It says it'll be useful, I think, for you, and you can like see it says you get to roll up and hand it to you. It says protect the well, and she hands it to whoever's going to take it.
Probably Nonya is best to have the map.
Oh my god, I have everything. I have the shield.
I had the puzzle box.
I don't get given anything.
Just give me everything, and I'm the target.
I am going to actually take. So you said the contract was on
9 bits.
Small.
No, so it's 9 bits of metal. All dark iron, 9 bits of metal that are about 3 inches, 3 inch square each, chained together.
Yeah, so,
So
about 3-inch square. Okay.
It folds. It kind of like folds together. Is it like a concertina? Like you lift it, and it goes,
yeah.
You can fold it back. Yeah.
I'm gonna give the map to Kim because she's the ranger, so she'll be probably better at using it than I am.
Fair enough.
Yay!
There you go.
Yay!
Bridget.
I got the map.
She had the map. I am in no way culpable if we get lost now.
I make sure I study the map very closely, and then I'll put it in my bag.
Yeah, I'll take the contract, I think.
Okay. And I'm guessing
Just keep the shield on.
keep the shield. Perfect.
Is there anything else you can offer us?
I can prepare a plane shift spell. But it wouldn't work here. The magical wards placed around Castle Keep would prevent the spell from being used.
Okay.
Although there might be another way.
Mind.
I said I could prepare the spell, and then there's a wizard named Taroxo. Lives in a tower 20 miles from here. I've loaned him a spell book or two, so he owes me a favour. I can have you delivered to safely to his tower, and he can perform the plane shift spell there and take you straight to Elturel. Even more important, Xerox is looking after an old friend of mine. Someone with the history of battling devils in the 9 Hells. I think you would enjoy her company much. Her name's Lulu. I said it'll take me a little bit of time to prepare the planes ship itself, so feel free to have a look around. Just be careful on some of the stuff that you touch. There is some live experiments going on, but feel free to listen. It'll take me a little bit of time to prepare the spell.
Speaking of experiments,
Yes.
I draw my sword, handle forward.
Mm-hmm.
Hold this.
Okay. She takes the sword, and the minute it leaves your hand,
Hmm.
I know where you're going. I still want to know if it stays or if it goes.
Okay, it takes a minute
Yeah.
being 5 foot away from me or more for it to disappear.
Yep. She takes it.
I'm not seeing if it disappears. I'm seeing if they fucking feel anything from it while in contact with it.
Okay, so she takes the sword and she kind of like moves it around and stuff and says, there's great power coming from this. This is warlock by any chance?
I guess if that's what they call me.
Yes. Great power.
Great.
Can't say I felt this before though. This is strange.
As a warlock, I'm in an interesting predicament
Yes.
because I don't know what my patron is.
Interesting. Normally,
If it's any consolation, I can block some of his shit as well. You want a demonstration?
This dragon fuck has something weird going on that can somehow sever my connection to that blade.
It's cool as fuck.
she kind of looks and then she goes, That's impossible.
You want to witness us break the economy?
That is impossible. Breaking the warlock's connection would require great. She kind of looks at you, El Nino. And kind of like
Hand
yeah,
Hand in the blade.
you take the blade in on you. He's kind of like offering it to you. You take the blade.
I'm just waiting for the purple flames.
So upon taking the flame, upon
I'm gonna wait.
taking the sword, obviously the flames begin to appear, and she kind of looks astonished and begins to, like, in a sense, examine you like a lab rat, and kind of like begin to have a look at you and begin to poke and prod, like, this is
Hey.
and stuff, and looking at you and looking at the sword. A minute passes, the sword's still there.
At least buy me a drink for.
Also, while she's doing that, I summon a second blade.
You kind of see her looking at this.
Consider
it's
the
like-
economy broken.
This is impossible. It's just, and this is not you. She points to you, Craven, but it's you that's causing this. Oh, not you.
I can normally only have one blade summoned.
I'm gonna let go of his blade so it fucking disappears.
As soon as it leaves his hand, just gone.
This is with any blade I touch. And I'll pull out my rapier.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking purple flames just all over the place. Just lights up the room. It's only started happening about, what you say, 2 weeks ago. Would you know anything about it? How I could stop it? Harness it? I don't even know.
You kind of see her look, and she kind of looks at you, Bridget.
Okay.
You,
What do you do?
you don't have any weird anything that she kind of looks at you like it's nothing I need to worry about here. She looks at you like you look like a normal elf.
I
Got nothing.
I get up close to her and I
no.
stroke the side of her leg, and I say, I don't have to be normal if you don't want me to.
Oh my god!
I'm just gonna interject and sort of slowly like pull Kim away and be like, "She's fine, just kinky."
Yes,
That's my skill.
El Nino. May I? Do I have permission to do something? She looks at you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Sucks his dick.
so everyone in the room, she kind of walks up and
That, sure.
she, in a sense, she puts her hand up to your head, and you hear her say something, kind of mutter something, and a bolt of like energy shoots from her to you, El Nino.
What the fuck?
At this moment, El Nino,
Oh no, she's just Freaky Friday him. They've body swapped.
I have tits.
so El Nino, right now you're having, to sense to you, a kind of out of body experience. And El Nino's still standing there. And you see Avara step back and goes, "This is El Nino there."
Hello? What the fuck?
There's so El Nino, when you say hello, nothing's said. But
Plus, I'm just floating.
you're in a sense like, you know, like in Doctor Strange sort of style, that you're outside your body, right? She looks,
His forehead.
right? She looks, and if she knows she can see you, she can see you. It doesn't acknowledge you're there.
What do I see in this form?
So you see
just the room around me, or is it?
the room around you, but you see coming from your body the immense, kind of like an aura around you. It's in a sense purple, same color as your sword when you pull it around you.
I can't move at all.
You can move around the room.
I can move.
You're in a
Can I
sense
swim?
you can swim around this, like you're kind of like astral project out of your body. You can move around the room within about 10 feet of your body before you kind of get physically stuck. As if you're still tethered to your body in a sense.
Okay.
I've just sent you something. Can you double check that? As you begin to, I'm saying normal, you're going to just see men wander in the room and begin to see stuff. Everyone else in the room hears, so everyone that speaks Infernal hears El Nino speak. Not in the same like friendly tone as El Nino normally does. And he goes to like, "Oh, hello." In Infernal. Is there something I can help you with?
Hello.
Now, no, you hear this and you see this, and oh, hello there. This is,
I'm gonna
yeah, you go
try and swim back into my body.
You can attempt.
Quickly, after hearing that.
You can attempt to, yeah. So you're gonna try and get back in your body.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna make eye contact with what we think is El Nino and just say, "And who are you?"
Well, I am. As they're about to say the name El Nino, you managed to re-enter your body. and you kind of like, as you say, like, I am, and then says you kind of like finish the sentence El Nino and say El Nino in your normal English common.
I'm not on it. What are you talking about?
I'm just
What
gonna immediately make eye contact with the tiefling, like we know what the fuck's going on. Like that wasn't right.
She kind of looks and she kind of goes.
Without saying a
what just
word,
happened?
just
So, you have all just witnessed. So, so the tiefling Savannah went up to El Nino, muttered something, and cast a spell that, in a sense, El Nino was forced out of his body, as projected out of his body, like in Doctor Strange sort of style. El Nino's still standing there in consciousness. El Nino
Yeah.
was, in a sense, moving around the room, and a moment passed, and El Nino spoke, but not in common, in infernal, and said hello in a voice that you've never heard, and in a tone that wasn't like El Nino. It was more of a darker tone, more of something, a kind of very El Nino's and stuff.
That.
Craven,
heavy metal Nanya.
Craven said, "Who are you?" El Nino turned
Yeah,
to
and
look
then he's
at,
about to tell us
right?
is the name, and
As he was about to tell you the name, El Nino re-entered his body and finished the sentence before it did. In a sense, before it could say what or who it is, it's El Nino's brain, when he re-entered, in a sense, overrid it and said El Nino. If that makes sense.
yeah.
Craven then said what he said, and the tiefling's like,
Yeah, I'm just sort of looking at the tiefling like, you saw that too, right?
yes.
Promise me you'll never do that again.
This is it was just a theory. How long have you been together? This is Tiefling saying this.
Fuck, how long have we actually known each other?
So, about 2 months in total.
2 months.
Yeah, about 2
The
months.
campaign
or so.
started 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, and you were done
was
stuff
sort
with fun stuff. So he's like, he looks at it and says, El Nino, how long have you had the powers that you've had?
The sword, or
In general.
since I woke up? That's all that I've known.
Interesting. There's... You kind of hear her think and stuff. I don't want to alarm you, but there's something inside you.
Well, I've heard that before.
She kind of looks at it and says, not in that way, my friend. In the case
I
that
was kind of hoping.
something that's not, in a sense, you.
I
Wait,
get that.
quick question.
Yes. What's up?
Good question.
I just registered something.
Huh?
We were all unconscious for like an
Oh.
hour the
Fine.
other day. When we were all in the void.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Then the guy wanted us to fucking get the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
What was on Anya's body doing that entire fucking time?
Did you remind me, in the void, do you mean when they were in your mind thing?
Yes.
You just don't know.
Yeah, we don't know because
Because you weren't there.
I know, that's my but
Ah.
What about the guy? Did he hear anything?
Oh, you mean the guy, like, so you're meaning, like, the...
Did the guy
flask?
hear anything? I mean,
Um,
we turn around to him and say, "What did you?"
He
Wait
kind
a
of looks.
second.
He kind of looks and says, "Well, There was some mumbling, but I just assumed it was part of the spell. I thought it was just part of yours.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder.
What was in my mouth?
I'm starting to wonder if whatever the fuck's in Nonya was just joyriding in his body while everyone was in my mind.
Oh no!
He kind of looks and says,
heinous things in that.
he kind of looks and says he kind of looks and says, well, Anonio was kind of mumbling, and same language, it was infernal as he was talking. He didn't move.
Oh boy. Well, at least he didn't move. That's a good thing.
But the point is, I don't have a control over myself.
No.
It's happened once before.
I think El Nino, I think you'll need to at some point look more into this.
You have no answers for this?
No, this is it's either some things inside of you lingering in the bellows of your deeps of your recesses of your mind.
Oh my.
It could be the fact that you said you woke up and had this happened. You woke up and you had this power, remember nothing. It could be something like you've got a curse. It could be a spell that's been put on you.
I've been through some fucked up benders.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of times I've remembered nothing.
I'm just going to grin, look at our Nanya and go, hey! Someone else is cursed.
Fuck you.
Wonderful.
I would suggest that at some point use investigate, and also El Nino, try not lose control.
That's helpful.
By the way, do you have anything for voices in your head?
What do you mean by, like, as in, like
whispers of people who don't exist?
you like schizo? You've been voices?
Jesus.
Yes,
I
Kraken,
may-
Are you fucking mad?
Oh, okay, we've literally had multiple voices talk in our heads today, and she's like, what the fuck?
You're like, what do you mean, like, as in, like, the shield, you're losing your mind? Or stuff is not meant to be there?
Shield.
Okay, so... Oh, I know how to make the shield shut up now.
Graf, do you know anything about this?
So, we've established I'm a warlock, correct?
Yes.
We also established that I don't exactly have an ongoing relationship with my patron because I don't know what the fuck it is.
Yes.
In an attempt to contact it, I may have contacted something else.
Oh, she kind of hears this as, oh, right, okay.
And now it won't shut up.
Right, it says, there is no way to stop that. It will not to give you, not to kind of like say this, but not to make you feel like you're not going to have. It says, over time, the connection will break and weaken and it'll disappear. There's no way to accelerate that. It's
But
just
how is that going at the moment? Because I know that my patron calmed it down for a bit.
yeah. So your patron, in a sense, made it so it's not loud. It's more of just like a background noise that you can drone out.
Okay.
And that's
But
it.
obviously, it'll still scream at me if I roll on that one.
Yeah, it'll still look off as nut, but it's more controllable. It's as if it's just background noise right now, to the point that you can ignore it. Savannah says to you, it says, within time, the connection that was made will be broken and will deteriorate to the point that it can no longer can sustain itself, and it'll be gone. How long that will take is depending on a lot of factors and stuff, so I couldn't give you an exact time frame. Could be anywhere from a few weeks to a couple months. It would just depend.
Oh, boy. We must be a fascinating group for you.
You are. Now, if there's anything else you need to ask me and stuff, before I go and start preparing the spell.
If we go
Yes.
this place,
Mhm.
will it cause me to lose control again?
What do you mean by this place?
Hell.
If you were to go to hell, would you lose control?
That's my question.
No. Hell is obviously another part of the planes. If you were to go to hell, the likelihood of you losing control instantly, no. But if whatever's happened to Risen, it came from there, it might become stronger and might flare up here and there. I will suggest not to lose consciousness, as in kind of losing as in if you go to sleep, it's fine. But if you were to be knocked out or to die, or in a sense fall unconscious, not under your means, there might be a potential, but that's if it came from there.
Okay.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to ask Savannah before she goes and begins preparing the spell?
No?
No,
I
I,
don't believe.
I think that's good.
Bridget, anything you want to ask her?
No.
You can lose and says, I'll begin preparing the spell. It'll take me some time.
I don't know why. I was just waiting for someone to go, why are you red?
I will begin preparing this spell. It will take me about an hour to do. Hour, 2 hours to do. So feel free to have a look around and stuff, and I'll begin. So she makes her way to a table, pulls out a blank scroll of paper, and
I
begins
immediately
to
walk over to the wall of jars and shit and just start really slowly sort of inspecting them, but not too closely.
Yeah, so imagine it's alchemy stuff. So there's bits and pieces of hundreds there's animals, creatures, there's vials, there's stuff that's pickled eyes. You name it.
I've seen a cruder version of this before.
Yeah, this is more of someone that knows what we're doing. Yeah. What's everyone else doing during this? So obviously, Craven's kind of looking at jars, having a look around. Is anyone else doing anything else? Are they just having a look around? There's obviously there's books on the.
Isn't it?
It's a mess.
Notarized, or there's no
Well,
I can look up for.
There is some sort of thing. So the books are kind of all kept together. All the alchemy stuff's kept together and stuff. So there's stuff around that you can stuff say, what are you looking for?
Just anything about demons, weaknesses.
So there is a bookcase that has books on it, and there is some books that are there and stuff. There is some books that are written in column on the side, so you can have a look. There's books on different ones, and there is books on herbalism, alchemy,
Is there a warlock for
planes, the planes, the existence of planes, the existence of fey creatures. There's one on, and there's a couple that do catch your eye. So there is one that is, in a sense, is labelled kind of like hell, where it says 9 layers of hell. There's another one that's kind of not a big one, but there's one that says devils and fiends and stuff. So there is books and stuff there that you can have a look at.
Can I have a look at the devils and fiends one?
Yep. So
just have a read through.
Hell and you. A tourist guide.
Okay, so
the 9 layers.
So the devils and fiends one. So
when you first enter, on your right is a river of sticks. It's quite beautiful this time of year.
So monster manual. So the devil and fiends one. So while I look this up, Bridget, what are you doing?
Great for fishing salts.
I mean, books and stuff I don't think are really going to be of any interest to me, unless there's anything that, I don't know, like anything that tells me how to track things better.
So like stuff that can hit. So there is books on like survival and stuff there.
Yeah.
And stuff. So you can have a look at that if you want.
Okay.
Yep. So there's
I'll
a
have a
book
look
in
at
the
that
shelf for survival. Give me 1 second. So let me do Barton's one first, El Noño's, and then I'll deal with you. Okay, so El Noño. The book that you picked up was something about devils and fiends. It kind of like lays out like kind of like the hierarchy and stuff, some information about types of devils, some of their names and stuff. A lot of information of like for example, there's a section on ice devils. They're most commonly found in the cold layers of Stavath and Kurn. The ice devils serve as a commander of like imperial armies, and then there's Hell and stuff, that sort of stuff, and like information about the devils and where they're found. You also find that they kind of like resemble giant like insects and stuff. There's other ones like about imps and stuff. So there's a bit and stuff. So what I'll do is I'll send you. You're going to take the book with you or take notes?
Take notes on the book.
Right, I will send you and I send this bits with that. I'll just.
I'm not going to nick a book.
No, so I'll just make.
I don't want to steal it.
I'm just going to do this. Send devil info. I've just sent 19 discs I remember and stuff. So it'll Bridget, let me find something for you about survival.
One second, I need to grab something.
Yep. So survival. So Bridget, you pick up a book that's labeled. It's kind of like a how-to guide for survival, but within that book, a specific chapter catches your eye. Sorry. Upon looking at it, you see that the information it has isn't relevant to the mortal realm, mortal plane. It's more tailored to the hellish plane.
Yes, exactly what I was looking for. Tell me more.
The bits and pieces that it tells you, and it specifically says at the start of the chapter, this may not be 100% accurate and stuff, but it tells you that the hellish plane is an ever fluctuating place. It specifically says what might be a day's travel one day might be 2 or 3 days the next. It also says that it is a very, very harsh and very, very tough place to be. It also says that a point for tracking, like to track something, it's a lot more difficult, but the book kind of explains ways that you can get around some of the effects that in a sense, the 9 layers of hell or hell has. Tips and wee tricks to get around that. The point that you can, in a sense, track something is if you were tracking it in the mortal realm. Right.
Okay.
There's other wee bits it tells you and stuff about not to always trust your first instinct because it might not be what you think it is. It also says about how to, like, if you had to forage food, what you can, even though, and the thing it says is very little. And there's other wee bits and pieces that it tells you. In a sense, the information you're getting will help when you do rolls. That it's not going to have a negative effect if you roll normally, but that specifically says to be careful of what you do when you're like scavenging, tracking, and stuff, because not everything is as it seems. And the plane of existence and 9 layers of hell is constantly shifting.
Right, okay.
Okay. So, is Spartan back?
No.
Right.
Yeah, I'm
You're
back.
back. Perfect. So,
Yes.
a few moments pass, and Savara has a scroll and says, "Is ready? Are you ready to leave for Tanox's tower?"
Yes.
She kind of puts the scroll
I
out.
believe so.
She kind of pulls the scroll, hands the scroll, says, "Who will take the scroll?"
Me. Are we talking
Good.
about the map?
You've got the map. This is the plane shift spell.
Oh, not me.
I'll take.
Okay, Craven, you have the spell. Savannah says, "If you follow me, I know a way to get you there quicker."
Oh no.
And she kind of like ushers you. So Savannah ushers you to a kind of like a crescent shaped landing platform with a stunning view of the sea. While waiting for you at the top of the platform are several griffins with saddles, their handlers standing ready to help you. It says, these griffins have instructions to fly you to Turex's tower. Don't worry, it's safe. I've done this many times and stuff, but these griffins will take you straight there quick. So,
Excellent.
you can is there anything else you just need for me before you leave?
Any final bits of advice?
Be prepared. Where you're going, it's not going to be pleasant.
Okay, we stole a bunch of potions before we came here.
Kind of looks at you and goes like, "Wait, what?"
We technically bought them.
Yeah.
Okay, so
With
Can I
those
consist-
swords we broke the economy with.
No.
so if there's nothing else, I will leave you in the capable hands of the handlers. I'll leave the capable hands of the handlers. Kind
I'm
of
just
like,
gonna say. I'm just gonna make a comment of like, trust me, I know.
Mhm.
Where we're going isn't pleasant. I've seen it before.
okay. Kind of looks at you and like, interesting. I won't question that. I'll be wanting something for another time, but I believe time isn't on your side here. I will leave you in the hands of griffins, the handlers, and when you return, feel free to visit and tell me of your adventures and what happens. But there's stuff I must deal with. And she kind of like gives you like a bow, like a nod, and leaves, begins to make her way out. So the griffins, there's one for each. Each griffin can hold us one of yous each. So are you ready to fly on the griffins?
Sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do this.
The griffins take flight and head out to sea. Flying above the clouds of Castle Keep looks nothing less above the clouds. Castle Keep looks nothing less than a majestic form in the air as it grows smaller as the griffins soar west. Large rocky islands pass below you, and below them lies an open sea. After a long journey, the windowless, doorless, stoneless tower, which somehow floats in the sky ahead, and it's floating there. The griffins pass through it, jagged holes ripping the tower into the peaks. Upon landing on the top floor of this kind of like decrepit tower, of which a spiral staircase begins to lead down. Before we continue, I need to grab a drink, so it'll be 2 seconds.
Alright.
Boo.
The reason I went away because my desk is currently sinking.
What?
One of the
Your
nuts
desk?
come loose. My desk, yes.
It's sinking
my
into the
God.
floor.
It's sinking.
The floor is lava.
I need a violin. Yeah, one of the screws are coming loose, and it's slowly going down. So I was like, I need to get a screwdriver right now.
If anyone's watching this, yes, we understand that from what you've seen so far, you believe all our screws are loose. But he means the one in his desk.
Literally.
That is literally carrying my PC right now. So it could fucking just, if he falls onto the floor, that's it. I'm gone. Goodbye.
Adios, friend.
Adios, amigo.
Da-da, 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 da-da.
It's nice knowing you.
God damn it.
Right, apologies. I've run out of juice. So we'll just jump back in. So it kind of lands in the peak of the tower, the very top floor, below which is a spiral staircase leading down. The griffins land on the top of the floor, top of this tower, and in a sense, you're able to dismount. So we use dismounting and making your way down.
I dismount and I thank my griffin for his safe journey.
So
I attempt to dismount and faceplant.
so as you dismount, the handles kind of like come down and stuff, and then pull out some what looks to be like food and supplies to kind of like let the griffins rest, in a sense, have a short rest before leaving.
Mm.
So,
Okay.
I use
Just to
this.
make our way down the staircase.
Down the ominous, creepy stairs and the ominous, decrepit floating tower. And...
Okay, as you begin to descend, what's up?
Are the griffin's going to stay there until we come back?
So
back?
no, so as you leave, they're having a short rest, and one of the handlers say that they'll be going back to Castle Keep in about a short rest, so about an hour's time. They're letting the griffins rest before flying back.
Okay.
Yeah. So, as you begin to descend the tower, one level down, you see a cluttered chamber, illuminated by various objects of which a continuous flame spell has been cast. Scouring around the room is an otter dressed in a tiny red cloak. This otter,
Otter.
yes, this otter
No.
mumbles to itself in common, mentioning something about a turning fork. Suddenly, it takes notice of you and stands upright. You hear it say, and it shout, "Lulu, wake up! Our guests have arrived."
He's the wizard.
I am...
That little thing is the wizard. Oh my god.
I'm just going to stare at him and tilt my head, like, befuddled.
Is it?
I
is
am
it normal
going-
size laugh?
I am going to stare directly at this
looking bad.
motherfucker and just say, I am utterly confused.
Pick him up so bad.
So, so in a sense, it is an otter walking around this room with a red
Is
kind
it
of
a
like
big otter? Or is it small? Normal size otter?
slightly bigger than a normal otter.
Oh,
Slightly.
he's a big boy.
And not as in like imagine the size of an otter, right? And a human. It is not like a size of a human, and it's not the size of an otter. It's kind of a bit bigger than a normal size. Kind of, yeah. It's not like a full size one, right? So at the sound, as it said, as the otter says, Lulu. At the sound of her name, a small elephant with golden fur appears from under a pile of blankets.
Elephant.
A small elephant
Like,
with a golden fur appears from under a pile of blankets near the table, sworn with alchemy equipment. The elephant takes to the air on a fury of wings
What?
and lets out a pleasant trumpet sound.
I immediately turn round and head back upstairs.
Oh, this is fucking brilliant. Oh my god.
Things we see.
did that griffin slip me something on the way here?
This is brilliant. And he goes, "Oh yes, this is
I'm going back upstairs.
I've been expecting
to have
you.
a word with the handler.
What have we been smoking?
Welcome. Savannah mentioned sent me communications that you were on the way, and says welcome.
Well, we weren't expecting you, to say the least.
Yes, my appearance is one of, it's one of those ones. says it's a long story. It's a long story, but
I will tell you.
it's a long story.
I feel like the story starts with, I tried to cast a spell, and it ends with, and now I'm an otter.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I did cast a spell.
I mean, out of all the things you could have turned into, an otter is probably the best
Well,
and cutest
I
one.
feel like there's
Yeah,
a
you could-
Disney introduction here.
Yeah,
No,
you could have ended up looking like him, pointing Nanya.
Well, it was
Yes,
you know I
could end up looking like me.
yeah, but let's just say it's I not gonna lie, I quite like it. And you kind of see him like his otter hands kind of adjust his cloak. It's that he's actually happy that he's an otter.
I would be too. Holy shit, dude.
Because yes, let's just say the spell made it permanent. Is that, and he's kind of like I believe I'm here to help you with
This.
yes, yes, it's this sort of thing.
As I show him the spell. The prepared spell.
Can I just pause everyone?
Uh-huh.
We're currently looking at an otter and an elephant who have just admitted that they did something while trying to do a spell and are now an otter and an elephant.
Are you saying this out
And we're
loud?
supposed to
Are you saying this
talk
out loud?
Yes.
Okay. It says, oh no. It says, this spell was not what this was. I cast poly. He kind of says, no, it's not what you think. I said I cast polymorph on myself, which turned me into an otter, linked with a wish spell that made it permanent, and I'm an otter. It says,
Wait a second.
Lulu has always been a fluffy elephant.
Wait, did this idiot try to use true polymorph and exceed the 1 hour time limit before it became permanent?
Do you say that out loud?
Sure.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
You did this on purpose.
You kind of look, and he kind of looks. He kind of looks. No, I didn't. And he kind of said, you kind of see him like going, "Yeah, I did. This is permanent." I said that was intentionally.
And I, for one,
Wow.
I'm all for it. You adorable little chap, you.
This is kind of like this is and stuff. So as obviously he's having this conversation, Lulu is kind of like just flying around, and stuff. So begins to speak.
Wait, who is it that had the Mind Palace place again?
What do you mean? Mind
Was
Palace?
it Craven or yeah, was it Craven or El Nino moving into that void place?
Craven.
Oh, Craven.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up to Craven, I'm gonna slap him. Very hard. Very, very hard.
I thought we did this.
Yeah, I thought so too. Just checking.
She's not in a dream right now.
So Turix kind of takes this spell and goes,
I'm gonna get you back for these at some point.
so
Mm.
let's get to move on. So Turix kind of takes the spell scroll and goes, yes, this is the blade shift.
I want this artist to start milling and just.
So
We were told Lulu could help us.
Yes, Lulu would be able to help you and stuff. It says, why not talk to Lulu? Because I think what she says and what she might suggest might be helpful and stuff. Well, you speak turns. I need to find that tuning fork. It says, we need that. It says, I'll have a look and see if I can find it. It says, feel free to talk to Lulu.
Oh, Lulu.
Has anyone seen Alice?
So Lulu kind of flies around and like comes over to you and
Who the
You know-
fuck is Alice?
kind of like flies over to you and
That's a very Australian thing I just did.
speaks to you telepathically. Craven.
Oh, not this again.
Of course.
What do they say?
Like, hello there. How may I help you?
The elephant. The elephant.
So just
we were-
I'll send you a picture just so you can see what Lulu looks like
Oh,
as we're
God.
talking.
Well, we were told that you would be able to assist us in our journey.
This is Lulu. That's Lulu.
Hmm.
What?
Okay, so it's not a fluffy elephant.
Well, it's not
Sorry,
fluffy.
that
It's
float.
golden fur. It's golden fur with wings, and it's just flying in front of you.
That looks demonic.
I'm gonna ask Lulu.
Oh, hang on. Craven's talking to her first.
Just-
One sec. One sec. Craven
I
said
still
start the
haven't gotten a
conversation.
response yet.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear what you
Oh,
said.
sorry.
Apologies.
I said we were told you'd be able to help us with our journey.
Ah, yes, yes. I might be able to assist you in your travels.
And you have experience in fighting demons within Avernus?
Not, yes, fighting, yes, but I have more navigational knowledge of Avernus. It says,
Cool, two guides.
I doubt she's gonna want to come with us.
oh, she kind of looks. I might be able to see my old friend again.
Lulu, meet Garath.
Oh, friend.
Garath, meet Lulu.
They don't kind of interact and says, "What did you say, Anonio?"
Fucking, I've put me on the spot. I don't.
No, I thought you said. I think I heard what you said. Did you say what friend or who or something?
Fuck. Oh, what? I did forget what. Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say what friend. Sure. Friend. I legit forgot the exact words. I was like, fuck.
So, upon like obviously asking her that and stuff, she's Cyril.
Oh, this is gonna be a long day.
You kind of like, Cyril.
You hear that? Grab.
Just for the sake of my brain.
Yep.
Who is your friend again?
Cyril.
Cool, we're gonna kill him.
Oh.
Well,
That's fine.
to be fair, I didn't say him. I said just kill him.
That's fine.
Oh, I thought you kill him. Sorry.
Kill
That's fine. That's fine. Oh, I'll get to see it again.
You're
What?
what?
Okay.
Are you
You're okay with this information?
Yes, I don't remember much about her, but if you need to kill her, it must be for a good reason.
You must have a
Well,
strained relationship.
Well,
as you know, they fell to the corruption of Avernus
Yes, and
now a
well-
demon, right?
yeah, so I was with Angel Zale when she assembled her army of Hell Riders to attack Avernus. I went through the gate with her, tearing through devils like a song through the air. Victory.
Okay, you know what I have to ask.
Yeah, so I'll let me finish this. Is Lulu kind of starts saying this, and says victory was within our grasp until some of the Hell Riders betrayed us. They retreated through the gate and sealed it behind us. Before we knew it, Zeriel told me to hide her sword so that it wouldn't fall into evil hands. Someone, I can't remember who, helped me hide the sword. And then we found a place to hide it, but I don't remember where. and then I escaped Avernus, but I don't remember how. This is most of my memory's gone, but I don't remember why. I don't remember.
Interesting.
First question,
Yes.
which is for the DM and out of character.
Mhm.
Do I recognize this shit?
You recognize the
This
battle.
little shit.
So you recognize, obviously, the battle between the... More like... Not witnessing, not being in the battle, kind of like a projection of
Yeah,
it and stuff.
Yeah,
You know what she's talking about.
I got a few moments of it. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what she's talking about the battle between the, in a sense, hitting the Venus and the Hellriders. You also witnessed the bits and pieces of the betrayal as they went back through. You don't know enough information to know if she was there.
I was gonna say, did I? Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, did I catch a glimpse of Lulu in those visions?
No, I would say in a sense, no, you wouldn't. What the size of Lulu is a really small. Lulu's about the size of. Try to picture this in my head just so you can understand this. Lulu is about the size of a halfling that can fly and looks like a size of a halfling.
That's still pretty big.
It's still pretty big, but can you, in a sense, the way that she's moving is if she can move with some speed.
I could
Right?
imagine.
So she doesn't. She seems quick.
Second question
Yes.
for Lulu in character is Sword of Ziriel.
What about Ziriel?
You have no memory of where that sword is hidden?
No. All I remember was someone helped me hide the sword. I don't remember who. We did find a place to hide it. Where, I can't remember. I remember we hid it. And then I escaped.
Do you remember?
That was all I remember.
So you hid it before you escaped Avernus?
Yes, I remember hiding it before I escaped to Venice.
Okay, that's
It's still in Avernus.
If you're going to look at that with the assume it is, yes. It says, why do you ask?
because it could be very useful.
Oh, okay.
Having the sword of a angelic being while trying to fight through demons to save a city from going to hell sounds like a pretty good advantage. There's a lot to take in here. I have a tiny golden flying elephant talking in my head. Apparently,
Well,
fought
in a
alongside an
sense-
angel now.
In a sense, when you talked in your head at the start, but then she just started to speak normally so everyone can hear it and stuff. But you can tell that she kind of prefers to talk telepathically, as if she struggles to speak in common. She prefers to speak telepathically because it seems to be easier for her.
Well, should
that
we
now?
get this show on the road?
But we're waiting for the otter to find the tuning fork.
You're seeing the otter like rummaging through all this stuff, trying to find this tuning fork to no avail. You can
ridiculous.
You can assist.
Perception check. Can I see the goddamn fucking tuning fork?
Yeah, give me one quick second. Do. Sure, give me a perception check.
Can I? Of course, I roll decently.
19. Is anyone else going to do this? Or is it just Craven? It's Craven? Sure, Craven. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so it takes you a minute, but you notice a tuning fork kind of buried, what looks to be like kind of buried under like bits and pieces of like books, just like sitting there. Not fully exposed, but enough that you can determine that is a tuning fork sitting there.
Can I,
Can I hide it?
I'm taking it. I'm straight up taking it.
Okay, you take the tuning fork.
Can I yeet it at this artist's face?
And I haven't been noticed because I have picked up the tuning fork.
No.
Cool, I'm going to watch this guy for another 10 minutes.
You watch this otter look around, in a sense, rummaging through stuff, trying to find this tuning fork.
I use minor illusion
Uh-huh.
to create the image of a tuning fork just outside his periphery.
Okay.
So he doesn't. So it doesn't appear immediately, but he will see it in a matter of seconds.
So he, after a few seconds, he sees it and goes, "Ah, there it is," and begins to make his way towards it.
Yeah. Okay.
You're so cruel.
He
So
goes to
cruel.
reach for it and
Poor odd.
goes for it. Upon doing that, he turns to look at yous and goes, "Very funny."
To see me holding the tuning fork.
He raises his, he kind of looks at you and kind of makes his way. As he begins to make his way, he kind of grabs his staff. And I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Yes.
As he raises his staff and begins to... 1! Yes! So, as the
Oh my
otter begins to
God.
make his way to you, he
Wow.
lifts his staff and points it at you. Out of nowhere, a bolt of lightning shoots from the staff towards you. And smack, and I said, you can't dodge this because you've rolled a nat one, so you're taking the full brunt of this.
You are now going to become a snail.
You take 14 points of lightning damage.
Oh.
We haven't even entered hell.
Not even into tell yet. 14
God.
points of lightning damage is this otter cast the spell at you.
Wow.
You also hear Lulu
The
giggle.
tuning fork was worth it.
You hear Lulu giggling.
Oh my god.
Holy shit! Wait. Oh fuck!
Yes.
I'm assuming I fucking hit my ass, like landed.
Oh,
on my ass, too.
you, and I said you got flung, and you
you went
dropped the
flying.
tuning fork in the process.
Yep. Fair enough. That was an escalation over an illusion. Ah.
You just pissed off an otter, dude.
But you gotta look at
Maybe
you.
otters can have a bit
Any-
of a temper problem.
A bolt of lightning over a dumb joke?
Yes.
I'm saying this in character out loud.
He's like, well,
Fuck you.
you made me waste time trying to find this.
Eldritch
And-
Blast.
Oh my god, are you actually casting Eldritch Blast? Sure, roll.
What?
We're not gonna get to
Hold
hell.
on.
This is gonna end here. This is gonna be like, no, I'm not doing that.
Okay. 1 sec, I need to look up something.
This is literally just going to be me and you going
Okay,
to
that
hell,
hits.
and we'll
That
come back like
hits.
five days later, and we'll still be firing bolts at each other.
Okay. Okay. He's like, takes the blast and it's like kind of flung and he goes, and he kind of like gets up. This otter gets up and goes, oh. And he kind of like sees the otter hands kind of crack his knuckles and goes, it's been a while since I've managed to have some fun.
We
Okay.
even now?
Takes off his weighted gi.
It's because he like starts taking off, like you just start going clink, clink, clink. It's done because we're even, but I'm not gonna lie. I just want you two to have a full blown fight right now.
Do it,
Right.
please. Do it. Let's finish it up. Let's finish up tonight.
So, are you wanting to have a fight? You want to fight, or do you want to just like continue?
I'm getting to know these two fighting.
It's entirely based on what the otter does at this point.
Let me roll. Okay.
I so want this otter just to take off his weighted gear and just like have giant fucking muscles.
So
like fucking
No.
absolutely whack.
You know what I'm waiting for? You know that one scene from Castlevania of just, that's it, I am Dracula, and he just summons the sun.
The elephant's going to come in the middle of this and just blow its big trumpet horn as a referee. Enough!
So in a sense, the otter kind of gets up and goes, let's have some fun, shall we?
Please.
And he begins to like raise his staff again and begins to cast. So to make this easier, Craven, can you roll me a d20, please, with your initiative modifier?
With my initiative modifier?
Yes, and I'll do the same for...
I don't have one.
So just roll a d20. 15. Let me just check what this person... the next one's this. Yep. Okay, so in a sense of initiative order, it'll be you first, him, you, him, you, him, you, him. So he gets up and begins to raise his staff as if he's about to cast a spell, but you are able to go first because you're stepped quicker.
Cool.
So, good.
I begin to draw my sword.
Yep.
And while drawing my sword, because how far apart are we?
About 10 feet.
About 10 feet? Cool. I start to draw my sword.
Yep.
And use Misty Step.
Yep.
To surround myself in silvery mist as I draw my blade and teleport behind him.
Yep. Okay.
And swing down both hands, two-handed swing with the sword.
Yep, on you go. Roll there. That's a mess. That's a mess.
I have a plus motherfucking 7! I rolled a 2!
Okay. Anything else you wish to do?
That's action, bonus action. I don't think I can do much else.
Okay. So, upon sneaking behind Tunux, he, in a sense, spins in his feet and kind of like...
How do I miss these longsword strikes?
and begins to take a few... let me double check something. And with his staff... Oh, wait a minute, not when there wasn't. You see him mutter as he goes invisible.
Oh.
You hear the sounds of he like otter's feet going along the thing, and you don't know where he is. Your turn.
Fuck! Can't even do that. I just read something. Oh, that annoys me so much. I can't have to see someone do that.
So like El Nino, Bridget, you're just witnessing. You're witnessing this.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
I could be an absolute piece of shit.
What you gonna do?
Okay, Spartan, vote. How much of a piece of shit should I be?
I mean, what's my choice?
It's up to you what you want to do here. So
Yeah, I know, but how much of a piece of shit do I be?
Just do it.
I'm also checking, sorry. Yeah, that's that. But what did I...
Sorry, I'm just witnessing in my mind, like, I'm witnessing the party in the tower with an otter and a flying elephant, the Fae is having a fight with an otter.
So
Well,
it's a
everyone else.
side profile fighting game.
Fuck it, I'm just gonna say that's not that special. I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself.
You cast invisibility on yourself. Okay. So you're invisible.
So now that you're both invisible, can you see each other in the invisible plane?
No.
No.
Nope.
And then I'm going to sort of start moving around a little, so I'm not
One
literally
sec.
in the same spot.
Let me just check something.
Oh my
Okay. You cast invisibility.
Yep.
Let me just check something.
This motherfucker has true sight, doesn't he?
What level are you casting at?
Second.
No.
How could you hurt such an innocent thing?
Okay. You begin to cast invisibility. As you do, the spell doesn't take effect, and you hear the otter say, "It says, not so fast, my friend." As it counter spell, cast counter spell, you cancel out your invisibility.
Which, of
Oh
course,
my
is a third level
God.
spell, so it's you don't even have to roll.
Yep, that's why I was just checking there. I was just checking to see like what. That's why I asked the level.
Yep.
Cast counter spell, cancelling it out.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
But I'll let you know, doing so when he spoke, it narrowed down the location. So obviously you know roughly where he is. In an area where he is. Stuff. So obviously I had to speak, so you would know.
I have a question.
Yes.
So could I potentially,
Uh-huh.
I know I'm not part of this, but just to ease my teammate here,
Mhm.
if I was to cast Hunter's Mark on this otter,
You
Uh-huh.
have to see him to cast it.
You have to, yes, you would have to see him to cast it. I think I know what you're trying to say is if you were to cast Hunter's Mark when you could see him, in a sense,
Could you
if
then
he
track him?
was go invisible, you could pinpoint where he is and tell Craven. You could. You
Well,
could try.
that was my action,
Yep.
and I don't really have any good bonus actions I can do. I don't think. Let me check.
No. Oh no, is
I could
that
do
a
that.
concentration?
That won't hit. I could do that, but I don't want to waste the spell slot.
how are the floors dirty at all?
Actually,
They are. Like dust and stuff.
Can
but yeah.
can I see the footprints of the otter?
Right. I'll let you know after Craven's turn. Yeah.
okay. As a bonus action,
Mm-hmm.
I cast Branding Smite.
Okay. What does that do? Remind me. How about here?
Right now, nothing. It doesn't take effect until the next time I hit something.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Is that you?
Although, hang on, they're both constant. Well, yeah, he counterspelled me anyway, so
You counter spell it, so it cancelled it.
so I cast Branding Smite.
Okay. So you're asking this question just so Bridget and stuff. You're asking this question: can you see prints?
Yeah.
You can see stuff. You can see it. You need to roll to see it perfectly, but you can see like footprints and stuff. But anyhow, it's his turn. So 1 second, I just need to check something.
I was gonna save that spell slot to do something else, which I should have done, to be fair. But fuck it.
Okay.
I was planning to save it for shield, so I can try to survive an extra turn. But yeah.
Okay.
That's what this shit does.
Okay. So let me just I want I want either El Nino or Bridget throw me a D4, please. Someone roll me a D4.
I can do that. I'll
Please.
do that.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's picking what fucked up spell to kill me with.
No, I'm picking up some. Okay, that one. Okay, perfect. Okay, so you hear the sounds of Otter's footprints, and then you see out of it kind of happens to all of you a bright blinding light appear in the middle of the room, blinding you for a few seconds. After you all regain your sight, you notice that there's two Bridgets standing beside each other.
Oh, fuck.
That is it. That's its turn. There's two Bridgets.
But I see the second bridge as well.
You see yourself, and the other Bridget sees you, and everyone else in the room sees two Bridgets. Oh, fucking hell.
So I need to determine which one's actually Bridget.
No, I'm the real Bridget.
Oh, this is
But
brilliant.
assuming the real Bridget will know.
That's his turn. It's your turn, Craven. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You understand? This is revenge.
I'm going to start running forward towards the two Bridgets,
Yep.
and I'm going to yell out, what was in your bed the night Nonyo's powers first showed themselves? In terms of the sword.
Does Kim remember? That'd be funny.
I remember. I want to know if Kim remembers.
Yeah, that's my point. Kim's like, what the
Wait,
fuck? I don't know. I don't remember
what was the question?
So,
What was
like,
the question?
What was in your bed the first time Nonyo's sword started glowing?
okay. Do you know what it is, Bridget?
My bed.
Yeah, I know when that. This is when you were in the elf song in. Do you remember what it is? Because I do.
I believe so. I
Right.
think so.
Okay, on the count of 3, we both say what we think it is, right? If we're right, and if I'm right, I've not got confused, it should be the same, but if it's not, then Craven knows exactly who to hit. So on 3,
Okay.
actually, so on 3, actually, one of you count down to 3, and on like 3, we both say it, right?
Okay, on 3, you say.
So we go, so 3,
Yeah.
you go 3, 2, 1, and then we'll say it.
Okay.
Okay, on 1.
Yeah.
You say it.
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Imp.
Imp.
Fuck.
Fuck.
Both of them say it.
Not thank fuck, because you both said it.
Both of them say it.
I know, but I was gonna feel really stupid if I got it wrong.
Both of them say it.
Oh. Why do they both know?
I would say make one of them cast something that only Bridget could cast. That's me out of character.
That is and stuff, but so
And they're both completely identical and appear to have the same things on them?
I'm guessing the other one's just gonna mimic everything that I do, movement wise. Okay. That rules that out.
Does one have a red hand?
Wait, what? I'm now confused. A red hand?
What?
Red hand. It's
Yeah.
totally Shelby.
Is one of their hands red?
I'm
From
now
slapping me.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. My
Oh.
mind was like, wait, what?
You clarified a bit more.
Yeah, sorry. I was like, the fuck? You would need to roll to see.
Sure. Let's see if I can see it. Perception, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm. No,
Don't see shit.
you don't see shit.
How did I barely roll higher than Spartan when? That's right. No, I rolled the same. He rolled a D4 and I rolled a D20. We got the same number.
What you going to do, Craven?
Fuck. Which one's closer to the door?
They're both in the same distance. There's not one that's far away. There's not one that in a sense they're
Just
right next.
fucking shoot him.
They're right.
dude.
They're the same distance.
I
Bang, 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 bang.
I'm going to.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it. I'm just gonna keep running up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna run straight up to them and just gonna slug the one on the left. Punch.
Okay. The one on the left.
What's which?
Unarmed
Okay.
strike. Just slug them.
El Nano, to make this fair, because I don't want
Yeah.
Kim to roll this, roll me another D4. So just so you're aware, it's going to say, right, okay. You slugged the one on the left. Okay. Roll to hit.
Oh shit.
Well, you're lucky. As you swing, Bridget, you see a fist coming towards you. I was going to say if we're on to 1 or 3 is Bridget, 2 and 4 is the other one. So, Bridget,
Yes.
you get a fist coming towards you and you dodge out of the way. Upon doing
Okay,
so,
well.
also, the other one touches you for a split second and, in a sense, casts mage armor as a reaction on you.
On me.
Mm-hmm. As if it was trying to protect you.
Oh. How sweet.
Kind of like a modified version of mage armor it's got as it casts it. Obviously now, Craven, you now know which one's which.
Because I've watched it cast.
You've watched it cast.
Cool.
Okay, so that's your turn. Its turn.
By the way, I want to point out that's 2 2s in a row.
Its turn.
By the way, Kim, just so you know, the reason I chose to unarmed strike is because an unarmed strike is 1 plus your strength modifier damage. My strength modifier is -1, meaning an unarmed strike does no damage.
Oh.
So
Well, that was very considerate of you. Thank you.
okay. So you see the other Bridget. You know what's happening. You know what it is. Speak.
Yeah.
And cast a spell. Okay. Okay, I need to roll that something. That's long enough. Okay. Cast a spell. About Craven, Are you wearing pants? I'm just trying to remember what your character looks like. Okay. Oh my god, I can't remember what
Are
it
you
is.
wearing pants?
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah.
A few seconds, cast a spell. After the spell's cast, Bridget, that cast the spell's not there, the otter is standing in its place, laughing its ass off. Everyone else, you see Craven with his fucking drawers from his ankle.
Wow,
Both-
it's like when I saw him as a baby.
Both
You'd
both
think he'd grow-
22-inch fey dicks just flopping out. No.
You'd have think he'd grown since.
Oh my god. He's pulled a fucking stuff. He just went fuck it and just pulled them down. And he's sitting there laughing.
Bagged ya?
Okay.
Bagged you, dude.
I don't care. Craven's a dirty fighter. Craven probably doesn't even notice.
He's just sitting there laughing.
Yeah, okay. Is that his turn?
That's his turn.
How far away is he?
Within 5 foot.
Cool, I bring the sword down.
Do it.
2 hands.
That'll hit, roll damage.
Oh my god. Bearing
right.
in mind,
Mm-hmm.
you haven't pulled your trousers up yet.
No,
I know.
just still down.
Yeah, because he's right there. If I had to run across, if I had to run across the room, that would have been a different story. All right, I have to roll damage here.
Two-handed?
I did specify 2-handed, yeah.
You did. Okay. You bring this door down.
And-
Uh-huh.
And this finally trips off.
Mhm.
Where is it?
Hellish Tribute. No, that one. 3.
Really?
Okay.
It's 2d6. 2d6.
Okay. Upon doing this, you plunge your sword into this otter. The otter, obviously, you hear the otter, you hear it turning kind of like screeching pain and stuff. Then out of nowhere, Lulu flies in and casts a very, and I said a blinding light, and in common shouts, "Stop!"
Wait, so that hit the otter though, right?
That hit the otter, yeah, hit the otter, and shouts,
Oh, cool, okay.
"Stop
I
this!"
Okay, I just want to point out he now sheds dim light in a 5-foot radius and can no longer become invisible.
Mhm. So
Like
you
some
hear her shout, "Stop this!"
Hmm.
The otter, having this in a sense, kind of like, because this gets up, removes your sword from him, and kind of like that, like fun with says, "I've not had this much fun in years."
Cool. He's now, I just like the way he's glowy now.
And he's like, look at, see him glowing. He's like, "Not this fun this year," and says, "Oh, that was fun." And you see him
I pull up my pants.
put your pants, and you see him cast. You see him, like, in a sense, cast a spell that, in a sense, what spell you don't know, but it resets your hit points. They both use.
Oh, cool.
Nothing like a little bit of excitement to get the blood flowing. That was fun. Anyhow, Lily, you're right. Then you should stop this. We've got stuff that we need to do. So, are you ready?
I think after
Ready,
that, we
yeah.
should probably take a short rest first.
Oh yes, take a short rest. I'll need to prepare the kind of like the runes and stuff on the floor. That'll take me a wee bit and stuff.
In
and
the midst of the fight, we lost the tuning fork again.
Oh fuck! It says,
Oh god.
"I'll leave you to have a wee rest," and says, "and I'll get the
Let
circle
us know
ready."
when the spell's ready.
So it'll be about an hour. You short rest.
Cool.
So short rest, reset your spells, whatever you understand. Okay. Are you ready? Now, he does say this now, just so you're aware. This is a one-way trip. I can't bring you back.
Fine.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Very well, as long as you're aware of this. Is there anything you'd want to ask before you go? Anything?
Yeah, and he
How do
said,
we get back?
You'll need to find your own way back. Lulu might be able to help you. Maybe when she goes with you, it might re-jog some of her memories and stuff, and she might be able to get you out the same way that she did, but we won't know unless you get there.
what tips do you have for returning entire cities to the material plane from Avernus?
Returning it? Either break what's holding it there, or find something more powerful to bring it back. I mean, my guess.
Could we just find a way to void the contract? Should we just go find a lawyer?
We'd have to go to hell then, wouldn't we?
You would have a hellish lawyer. He kind of looks and stuff and says, your only choice might be to find Zuriel. Might be.
Is there small print in that thing? Did anyone actually read it?
There isn't.
I can't wait to go to hell and find a soul. A Saul Goodman. Just in.
Fucking hell.
By the way, I can't believe I got a 3 on Branding Smite.
Yeah.
I know, that's 2d6 damage, but I rolled a 2
I know.
and a 1.
I know, I've seen it, I can see it in mine. Okay, so if there's nothing else that you need to know, or if you need to say now, take care of Lulu.
I think she can take care of herself.
She can, but obviously her memory's not the best, so she might get confused here and there. So
Wait,
yes.
an elephant with a bad memory?
Well, when she returned,
I was waiting.
I know that. This is well, you know, she can't remember much but and stuff, but what she does remember, she'll remember. Anyhow, if there's nothing else, I'll kill you in a minute. I will send you on your way. So, before you go, is there anything that you want to ask him before he casts this spell?
30% of the time, she remembers every time.
She's a guide.
Right.
The only reliable one we've got.
So there's nothing you're going to ask her. I'm going to
Not that I
ask.
can immediately think of.
Okay. So just so I'm aware, people that are going is obviously the party. You have the contract.
Mm-hmm.
You have the shield.
Yep.
Rhea is with you.
Yes.
Yep.
They're all going. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
As you all stand together in this circle, Tarix taps the tuning fork on the floor and places it on the edge of the circle, activating the plane shift spell.
That's dramatic music.
So who's going? So that it is. I just because this is the last bit we're going to do. So Lulu,
me,
El Nino, Bridget, Craven, Rhea.
Garath.
Okay, so it's enough. That's enough. So,
Senric, Graf.
yep. It's 7.
Make sure we don't forget.
I counted 7. So, the plane schedule activates. A hot spring air assaults your senses. It activates and go and stuff. A bright light as you begin to transfer. As you come to your senses, a hot springing air assaults your senses. The city in which you stand is lined with buildings that are crumbling. if not already collapsed. The ground shudders beneath your feet in the red, smoky sky. 400 feet diameter and 400 foot diameter sphere of darkness discharge strobes of a bloody white lightning that strikes the city at random intervals. Pierced atop a Dinner's bluff overlooking the rest of the city is a crumbling fortress. Xerix, who's with yous, glades up at the black orb nervously, utters a few arcane words, and disappears in the blink of an eye. So,
They disappeared?
Xerix, they are.
I got it.
They are.
Oh, right.
The otter,
Oh, they are.
when they cast the spell, stepped in the circle,
Oh,
unawares to use, and travelled with yous to Venice, and disappeared upon arrival. So,
Oh boy.
yous have arrived in Elturel, and this is where we will end tonight's session.
Okay, I have to know, how close was I to killing that otter?
You were like fucking a while away. Right, you were a while away. Like, let's just say your hit points are. His hit points are about 4 times yours.
Cool.
So you have made it to Elturel. Or, you believe it's Elturel, in Venice. So that's what we'll call it tonight. Because you are now completed Chapter 1. Congratulations, it's only took us fuck knows how long to finish Chapter 1. So, with that, you have all successfully leveled up to level 5. For next session, you are level 5.
yay.
Congrats. So, that'll be us.
Happy.
Good.
So, when we return, we will continue. The party has now entered Venice. And it began the adventure through hell. So, you're level 5. I will obviously for next session level up and stuff. And
You're 452nd line.
and when we return, we'll see how far or how long the party will last as they fight their way through hell.
Is that decimator mahogany?
Oh my god. We'll see you next week. Oh, well, remember,
It used to be water. We're back.
I know Kim's can't do next Friday. Do I do Saturday next week?
I'll play whenever.
I'll be alright for Saturday.
Saturday? That's fine. We'll do Saturday next week just because I think Kim's not going to make. I think Kim's got something happening Friday. So we'll be back on Saturday.
Yeah.
We'll see you then.